Hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain about my project ComicVerse. ComicVerse is a comic discovery platform built using full stack development tools. It is designed to make exploring and enjoying comics more interactive, dynamic and fun for users. We have built an application where users can log in securely, search and preview a wide range of comics using ComicVine API and view detailed information like titles, characters and descriptions. Let's walk through the source code of our project. I will explain how the project is structured, how user authentication works using Firebase, how different files play a role in building an application. Firstly, server.js. It is the main file which runs the backend. The server.js file is the starting point of our application. It uses Express.js to create the server. It sets up routes like login, dashboard, etc. It serves the frontend HTML files from the public folder. It uses the body browser package to read user from inputs. It also connects with the Firebase to check authentication when needed. In short, the server.js makes the whole website run smoothly on backend. Here in server.js const Express for web framework for Node.js. It helps you create routes and handle HTTP requests and use it to build web servers easily. Path is a built-in Node.js module. It helps handling file paths correctly across different operating systems. .env, it loads environment variables from a .env file into process env. This is useful to keep API keys and secret private. And const course stands for cross-origin resource sharing. This allows your server to respond to requests from other domains like frontend app running separately. Axios, it is a library to make HTTP requests. And next, let's know the setup and configuration. It activates the reading from .env file. This is the port where server runs. It uses the port specified in .env or defaults to 3000 if not set. And now this is the middleware setup. App.use enables server to accept requests from different origins, and Express.json it passes incoming JSON data in request, and Express.url encoded it passes URL encoded from data like login or sign up from fields. Express.static it tells the Express to serve all files inside the public folder. These are authentication routes, register and login. App.post register, this route used to register a new user. Here request.body reads user input, that is email or password, and anxious.post sends the data into the Firebase sign up endpoint. If successful, user is created. If there is an error, it sends a clear message back. And now app.post login, same as the register, this route is used for logging in existing users. Same steps as registration, but it uses Firebase sign in with password endpoint, returns a ID token if successful, which can be used to verify user. And that means ID token is used to verify that the user. Let's see about page routing. App.get / is used to these routes send a HTML file to browser when a user visits a page. And path.join combines paths safely. For example, welcome.html, home.html, login.html. It loads the home.html. When home, same for every HTML pages. And here how the server starts. Let's know how the server starts. App.listen port starts the Express server. Console.log confirms it's running, shows the local URL. And this is all about server.js and how the server works and how the backend runs. And now explore our HTML files which are in the public folder. These are my HTML files I created for my ComicVerse project. These are the front-end pages which are stored in public folder. Firstly, welcome.html. This is the first page this is the first page when the user visits my website or my project. This page includes a welcome message and just introduction about our ComicVerse and button linking to comic list and login. This is a simple HTML page. We also used font awesome icons and next login.html. This is also same as login welcome.html, but it allows users to log in into their account. This page includes input fields, email and password, and a login button connects the Firebase Authentication, JavaScript and a JavaScript to valid password and email, a link to register.html for new users. You can see the output here, login.html. Let me show you. Oh, see, this is the login.html, and now coming to register.html. Same as login.html, this page is used by new users to sign up. This page has the same features of login.html. Now home.html. This is the main page after login. It displays the comics list and details. It has buttons to explore more comics. And next, dashboard.html displays username and shows recently viewed comics, states or saved data. History is stored here. And search.html. Don't worry, I will show my outputs in the last minute of our video. Now coming to search.html. To search and display comics fetched via ComicVine API. This content updates based on user search. And categories.html, it is used to display high level comic groupings. And characters.html shows the characters list by user search. And details.html, it shows the details of last checked comic. And issues.html shows the specific issues related to comic, and so on. This movies.html shows the comic movies and fetching the movie names from API. Objects.html shows the comic objects, and people in the comics are shown in this page. Publishers means the comics published by companies, their names are showed here. Series.html shows the series of comics, user searched comics. And teams.html shows the teams of comics by user search. Volumes.html also shows the comic volumes. We maintained CSS and JS files in different folder. Here you can see our CSS and JS files, which made our project more unique and responsive. And API we used for the project is ComicVine API to fetch live comic content. API sends us information like title, images, characters, names and descriptions. You should log in or sign up to continue or to get an API key. Here you can register or login. For login, here I got my API key. This key is used in my code to fetch the details. Let's explore how Firebase is worked. And I used the Firebase website. I will explain how authentication works and user login password is stored. Go to console. Opening Firebase console. Here go to comics, our website. As I named my project as comics, go to authentication, and here are the users logged into my website. And Firestore database stores the collections. Let's explore our output and understand how login and sign up works using Firebase. First, the user opens the login and sign up page. They enter their email and password into the form. If new user, he goes to register page. The JavaScript connects to Firebase using Firebase SDK. Firebase checks if the credentials are valid or not. If valid, it is directed to home.html. If new user should register. Here you can see it is the home.html. Here characters, teams, publishers, series, everything is clearly displayed. And coming to categories. To browse specific comic categories like characters, issues, movies, objects, people, publishers, series, teams, volumes, user can choose or browse any category. If user wants movie, by clicking movies we can search movie names by user interest or can see the movies available. We can select a movie and see the details. As you see, provided the details of Batman returns, that is overview, plot and the production dates and the characters in the Batman movie, writers and concepts. And search is a search.html page. Let's observe how search works. User can filter by their interest. Selected filters are applied to our search comics. You see, I searched for Batman with these filters. You can see characters and issues of Batman as given. And here in our details last checked, stores the details last we have checked. Here is our dashboard, stores user details, search history and view history. We can also clear the history. As you can see, I cleared the view history and also search history. Here we can log out. So this is my output. Thank you for watching.